Temperatures reach up to 88 with fog and spots early today under overcast skies with a slight chance for storms. Winds out of the southeast 5 to 10 miles per hour. Get weather anytime by calling 824-6101 or online at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. Right now, it's 72 degrees.
WTIM.
You're listening to WTIM, your information station. Time now for your expanded local news. I'm Reed Kamai. A judge delayed the autopsy of a 15-month-old child Tuesday in the aggravated battery case against 25-year-old Braxton D. Williamson of Bullpit, ruling on whether Williamson will be given the opportunity for a pathology expert on the defense's side to observe the autopsy procedure. Williamson was previously arrested on a Class X aggravated battery charge following an investigation into significant injuries suffered by a 15-month-old on July 31st. According to the Christian County Sheriff's Office, the child was initially reported to have fallen. Medical professionals later determined the injuries were not consistent with a fall, prompting an investigation. Williamson appeared in court while in custody with his appointed public defender as the court considered a request involving the availability for Williamson's defense to acquire an expert to be present during the autopsy. The prosecution argued the autopsy should move forward as planned while allowing the defense to conduct a second autopsy afterward. The defense argued its expert should have an opportunity to be present, or at the least, to have the autopsy recorded on video for the defense's expert to review after. To allow time for the defense's expert to become available, the matter has currently been reset to this Monday. The court noted the defense's expert's schedule was not yet known, but the expert could potentially be available as soon as Wednesday afternoon. The judge ordered that if the state's expert agrees to have the autopsy recorded on video, the procedure can proceed immediately. If not, the defense will have Wednesday and Thursday to have its expert present. If the defense expert is unavailable during that time, the state may proceed with the autopsy on Friday or as soon afterward as it can be scheduled. The court also ordered that the child's body be preserved so the defense can conduct a second autopsy. The Hart Media Group continues to follow this case and will post updates as they become available to TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. With schools opening today, the Taylorville Police Department is calling on families to drive safely in the immediate surrounds of the city's schools. Cherokee Street, which runs by North Elementary School on its east side, is the site of the department's most significant vigilance in that respect. Taylorville Police Chief Dwayne Wheeler says new grant funding they've received will allow them to further patrol that area and others.
On Cherokee Street, we always get a lot of complaints of speeders going up and down Cherokee Street, and also Webster. So kids, you've seen all these campaigns that we're doing with this grant. So we have a lot of police cars out there. We don't want to write you a ticket. So, drive safely, and parents, try to leave a little early, get your kids to school and stay off the phones. That's our biggest complaints we're getting. And we just want to let you know, we don't want to write you a citation. We want to warn you. And then if you do it again, of course you'll get one. But, we're here for you, and we're here for all the kids, so we just hope they have a great school year.
Students, faculty, and staff at Taylorville Junior High School will see a new school resource officer. Officer Matthew Nichols will take up that role at the junior high school.
He is part of our ERT team, and also he's a sniper for the Taylorville Police Department, so he's very well trained in jiu-jitsu also. So he'll be a great asset to the junior high. He's looking forward to it, and I think it'll be a great change for him.
More information on the Taylorville Police Department is available at taylorville.net/police-DEPT. Police Chief Dwayne Wheeler appeared as a guest on the WTIM Morning Show. As children across the area head back to school, the Christian County Health Department is reminding parents to make sure their children's vaccinations are up to date. Illinois has immunization requirements for students entering certain grades, and keeping vaccinations current helps protect not only individual children, but the entire school community. For students entering kindergarten, required vaccinations include DTaP, which protects against diphtheria, tetanus, and pertussis, polio, hepatitis B, and MMRV, which protects against measles, mumps, rubella, and varicella, or chickenpox. Students entering 6th grade are required to have Tdap, which also protects against tetanus, diphtheria, and pertussis, as well as a meningococcal vaccine, which helps protect against meningitis. Students entering 11th or 12th grade are also required to have a meningococcal vaccine. Parents are encouraged to check their child's immunization records and make sure they have received all required vaccines and doses for their grade level. Keeping vaccinations up to date can help families start the new school year healthy, protected, and ready to learn. If you're unsure what your child needs, contact your healthcare provider or the Christian County Health Department at 217-824-4113 for more information. A recall involving fresh jalapeno peppers from Mexico has led to additional recalls of products that may contain the affected peppers, including some items sold in Illinois. The recall stems from Coast Citrus Distributors, which distributed fresh jalapenos from Sinaloa, Mexico, to wholesalers, restaurants, and food service companies nationwide. The peppers may be contaminated with salmonella. As a result, Taylor Fresh Foods recalled multiple products made with the affected jalapenos. The recalled products were distributed to retail distribution centers in Illinois and several other states, with best if used by dates through August 16th, which is Sunday. Stores that received affected products from Taylor Fresh Foods include Kroger, Target, Walmart, Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, Hannaford, and Stop & Shop. The United States Department of Agriculture's Food Safety and Inspection Service has also issued a public health alert for various meat and poultry products containing the recalled jalapenos. Customers are urged to check recall information before eating any potentially affected products. For full lists of ongoing recalls from the USDA, visit fsis.usda.gov/recalls. Salmonella infection can cause diarrhea, fever, and abdominal cramps. Symptoms typically begin 12 to 72 hours after eating contaminated food and usually last 4 to 7 days. Young children, older adults, and people with weakened immune systems can face a greater risk of serious illness. The Food and Drug Administration says Coast Citrus does not appear to have supplied jalapenos directly to grocery stores, but affected peppers were distributed through food service channels. Fast food restaurants, Chipotle and Qdoba, both received affected jalapenos. However, both chains have stopped using the recalled product, and the FDA says there is not currently an ongoing risk from those establishments related to this outbreak. For details on the FDA, visit fda.gov. Pana Pride is preparing for a busy fall with a number of events for community members to participate in. They are all annual calendar items Pana natives are familiar with, and organizers hope to see at least as much success this year as with prior occasions. First on the calendar is their fundraiser cookout on Saturday, September 19th from 10:30 in the morning to 1:30 in the afternoon at the Pana Save-A-Lot. Melissa Miller, president of Pana Pride, says these fundraisers have been successful in the past.
We have a good turnout. Save-A-Lot, they host cookouts almost every weekend for different fundraisers, and they're just really successful. It's always good food, so it draws a good crowd. So, and then we sometimes get items to raffle. I don't know if we're going to have a raffle item this time per se. I don't know if that's been discussed. But sometimes we do have raffle items that we sell tickets for at the same time.
Pana Pride's Pana Market allows vendors to set up and sell their goods. This year's edition is set for Saturday, November 7th from 9 in the morning until 1 in the afternoon at Pana High School.
It's a vendor market, so there'll be lots of vendors there. Perfect opportunity to get some Christmas shopping maybe done or just some shopping for yourself. They are looking for vendors still. They're still building the list, so we don't have the full vendor list yet. So any and all vendors are accepted, and if anybody wants to, come be a vendor, they can go to www.panailmarket.com. Usually a lot of people are looking just for starting their Christmas, and some people are just looking for, what do I need to buy? So, and we've had a very successful Pana Market. They've all been very, very successful. Lots of vendors, lots of different things to choose from. It's a good time.
After that is the Holiday Lights Show at Kitchell Park. December to Remember is the name of that time frame, and Pana Pride is already accepting display donations.
Obviously, we'll start putting displays up usually the end of November, beginning of December, just depending on what weather's looking like in the forecast. But usually we get that started. We are always accepting donations of displays. So if anyone is, wanting to donate a display, we take those all year long. We get those throughout the year. So those can be, purchased and donated anytime. But if you watch, sometimes the sites have sales. Christmas Done Bright is one of the popular sites, and they have sales all the time. So that's a good one to check out. And so that's ChristmasDoneBright.com. And then we have ChristmasCottageLights.com.
More information on Pana Pride is available at panapride.org. Melissa Miller appeared as a guest on the WTIM Pana Morning Show. The Social Security Administration urges those who have undergone a name change to get a new Social Security card with the updated name. This includes, and is most common with, those who have gotten married and taken their spouse's last name. Whether or not the application can be completed online depends on the state in which the marriage happened. Jack Myers, a public affairs specialist at the Social Security Administration, says those married in Illinois and certain other states must apply in person for an updated card.
As you go through that path of questions, we'll ask you, where did the marriage occur? And if it's one of the states we can verify electronically, you won't be directed to visit an office. If it's not one of the states we can verify electronically, then it'll tell you to go ahead and schedule that appointment, and it'll let you know we need to see the certified copy of the marriage certificate. So again, it's an intuitive process, and it all starts at ssa.gov. Then click on Card and Record at the top of the screen, and you'll be off and running.
With the exception of Indiana, marriage licenses from the states bordering Illinois can be verified electronically. In those cases, the request can be processed online.
It's not so much a factor of where you live. It's all about having access, us having access to that document, that marriage certificate. So just to give you an example, read some of the nearby states, and this isn't an all-inclusive list. This is just the nearby states here. But Arkansas, Iowa, Kentucky, Michigan, Missouri, Wisconsin, those are all states where we can verify electronically the marriage certificate. So if you got married in any of those states, even if you live in Illinois, we would be able to process that name change through the website because we could verify the marriage document with those states. So, it's all about where the marriage occurred.
Myers adds that there is no cost to getting a new card and that any request for payment for that service is a scam. More information on the Social Security Administration is available at ssa.gov. Jack Myers appeared as a guest on the WTIM Morning Show. Now to obituaries, which can be found at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. 83-year-old Marilyn K. Beatty of Taylorville, formerly of Morrisonville, died August 2nd. Visitation is today from 4 till 7 and tomorrow from 9:45 until 10:45, both at a Sally Funeral Home in Morrisonville. The funeral mass will immediately follow tomorrow's visitation at St. Maurice Catholic Church. Burial will be at a later date at St. Maurice Cemetery. Arrangements are being handled by a Sally Funeral Home in Morrisonville. 82-year-old Stanley K. Ryan of Mount Auburn died on Sunday. Visitation is Saturday from 9:30 till 11 at Taylorville Christian Church in Taylorville. The funeral service will immediately follow. Burial will be at Brown Cemetery in rural Decatur. Arrangements are being handled by Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. 83-year-old Virginia Ginny Louise Van Hooser Saltz of Caldwell, Idaho, formerly of Taylorville, died July 17th. A memorial service will take place Saturday at Meridian First Baptist Church in Meridian, Idaho. Arrangements are being handled by All Valley Cremation of Nampa, Idaho. And 82-year-old Kenneth Dale Pumphrey of Canton died on Monday. A graveside service with military honors will take place August 28th at 2 at Camp Butler National Cemetery in Springfield. Cremation rights have been accorded. Arrangements are being handled by Sedgwick Funeral Home and Crematory in Canton. Get news from your computer or mobile device anytime at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.